What is going on, everybody? It's been a little while. I know I say that a lot. My truck looks a little different. It's in kind of like summer mode right now. Took some weight off the top because I don't really do a lot of camping in the summertime. It's too hot for me. But I just wanted to kind of get back into the whole camping stuff. I got a drone on the way, so I'm hoping to do some more camping content. I haven't really been doing much camping content. Obviously, I think my last video was like 7 months ago, but haven't really been doing it that much because it's just kind of hard for me to get out and actually do like the camping. We live here on the eastern shore of Maryland, so the closest like good camping spot or closest like decent camping spots are like 3 to 4 hours away, and those are still not like, you know, Montana, Utah. That's just kind of like decent stuff, like I said. But I miss kind of doing the camping stuff, so I think I'm just gonna try to do stuff that I can do close to home, like I am here now. So kind of starting that off with this video today, and this is like my best kind of like cheap purchase so far for the truck. It was like I think it was like $165 for this item, and definitely I wish I would have known about it before because it would have saved me a lot of money on a new radio. But definitely like a really nice cheap upgrade to any vehicle. I think they make them for pretty much all the major truck brands, Toyota, Ford, Ram, Dodge, whatever you want to call it, Chevy. I think they do them for the Broncos. So yeah, all the major, like the ones you see overlanding, they make them for. So yeah, let's get right into it, and I'll show you what that is, and maybe you can check it out for your truck. All right, so this is it. It is the Bullet Point Mounting Solutions, I guess, mounting kit. There's a whole bunch of different attachments that you can get, but the one that I opted for here, this is their like universal phone mount. I've got the GoPro mount, and then this is the tablet mount. You can also put a phone in that. So I believe they probably offer some more different things, but I got one of each of their kind of, you know, most popular mounts, which is really cool. Having the phone right here is really nice. The issue I was having, I used to have it mounted to these little vents here, and as you can see, the problem is is that the one? Yeah. I was breaking these little vent blades all the time. I've actually replaced this one twice already, and it's broken again. So, yeah, wish I would have found this a while ago because these little units are like $60, and it's just the phone is too much weight for them. And as you can see, this is like a really sturdy construction. This was super easy to install. It's all metal, and I've never had an issue with it, you know, breaking or anything. I've heard that these are really sturdy, but I've heard a couple people have broken them, and Bullet Point has sent them new ones for free. So that's pretty cool. But I mean, I've torqued them down pretty good, and never had an issue with them. So yeah, having that phone right there is really nice because you can just kind of like reach out. Like I don't have the longest arms in the world, and you can just reach over there and tap it. So it's like even further for this screen right here. Honestly, like I got this so that I could have the GPS right there, which is nice because it's a bigger display, but having it right here in my face without having to worry about it like breaking these things or like falling down while I'm driving. One time that happened too. The little fan blade here broke off, and the phone fell down there by like my foot by the gas pedal. So that could have been bad. But yeah, it's super nice having it right there. And then, of course, you've got the GoPro mount here, which is pretty cool because now I can have the GoPro inside instead of mounted on the hood where it could like fall off and get run over or just, you know, be out in the elements or whatever. I'll make a little video in a little bit with some GoPro footage of it sitting right there. I believe how it's sitting right now on the Ram anyway, I have to put like one of those little extensions right here to really clear that hood, but not really a big deal. And then this right here is like I said, a tablet holder, which it can hold. My oldest daughter has, I think it's a Fire 10 tablet, and it can hold that comfortably. I would imagine it could also hold the Fire 11. It gets pretty big. I'll show it to you in a minute. That's what she said. And it can also hold a phone. So like if my wife is riding in here with me, or if I had a friend or something like that, you can also use this to hold a phone as well, which is super cool because I don't think that you're supposed to do it. But if you got the kids in the back and you're going on a long trip or something like that, you can put the tablet there and they can watch like movies and stuff while you're driving. Like I said, I am not condoning that because I don't think it's legal, but you could do it if you're an outlaw. I can do it on here with the HDMI. Whoever installed this, I guess, bypassed that feature. So that's what I do, but you could theoretically do it there or just do it with a phone as well. But yeah, this was, I think, it was less than $165 for the plate and these little things that screw in, and then all of the other hardware that you see here. And yeah, just a really great quality of life upgrade. Like I said, really versatile. You know, I can film, I can hold my phone, hold a second phone or a tablet. I could actually, you know, I can turn my GoPro around here. This thing actually swivels, so I could turn the GoPro around and face it towards me while I'm driving to film. I could face out the front window to film, and I'll show you guys some of that stuff kind of. All right, so this is actually a Fire 8. She has a 10 that also fits in there. This is her little sister's one that we just brought for showcasing purposes, but there's an 8 that fits in there. This little arm, you can adjust it so it can come out more like out here, so you could face it in the back seat so they could watch it better and stuff. But you know, it's something that could keep the kids entertained or your wife entertained. I know a lot of guys who do the overland and stuff, they'll want a second monitor here on like an iPad or something like that to do all their like, oh, it's raining, to do all their little apps like OnX, Off-Road, and things like that, so that they can have like a second GPS or like trail maps and things like that. I know that's a big thing that people use this tablet holder for. So this is kind of where the GoPro is. I'm driving with one hand and filming with the other, holding the camera with one hand. So this is going to be bouncy footage, but you can kind of see how that GoPro works right there. So it's nice. It's on a little stilt right now, but it definitely clears the hood with that. Seems pretty fine without it too. I mean, it's definitely usable footage if you don't have that kind of extra little arm in there. Yeah, and then if you want to just swivel this thing around and film like while you're driving or whatever, you can just loosen the little nut up there and then turn it around, and you can just film like this while you're driving. Yeah, and then your phone's kind of like accessible right here. You know, everything's within reach. So if you want to have your GPSs, although it's on a smaller screen like this versus this big one, it's a lot closer to your face. And, you know, it's definitely still big enough to where you can see where you're going. You're not going to miss your turns. You can see the little blue line on your maps and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, I would highly recommend this item. It's a great gift for anybody who's like into overlanding, truck camping, that type of thing. Really anybody who has a truck in general. Like I said, I think I make them for like all different brands of trucks. Very useful. I really like it. I was kind of hesitant at first about spending that much money on basically what a lot of people would just see as like a phone holder, but it really does a lot more than that, especially if you're going to be using it for the GoPro, if you've got kids with the tablet, or like if you have a passenger lot for the tablet, or if you're using I know the overlanding guys, like the people who actually go out and do it a lot, are all on like actual trails and stuff. I know that they are big on like the OnX and stuff like that with the tablet, and just like, you know, multiple different maps they like to have. So yeah, that's a big one. I wish I would have known about this before again, because I bought the radio because mine was broke, and I bought it to solve a lot of the problems that this mounting, bullet point mounting solutions mounting system helped me solve. Only this was, you know, $165, and the radio was like $1,800 or something like that. So yeah, I highly recommend it. Really like it. I think it was probably the best, like cheap, like sub $200 upgrade that I've done, like to my truck, like for my truck, something that like stays on my truck. Obviously there's stuff in my toolbox like paracord and, you know, lighters and things like that that I use when I'm camping that are more important than this. But definitely probably the best cheap upgrade to my actual rig that I can think of. So definitely go check it out. I will be making more of these videos like this. Like I said, I got kind of deterred from making the camping videos because I had to plan out a trip and actually go somewhere semi-cool, you know, to make one. But I'm going to try to just to have some more content more frequently. I'm just going to try to do these little videos where I can do them closer to home. So thanks for tuning in. Like, share, subscribe if you enjoy this kind of stuff, and I'll see you on the next one.